Dub Nation, gear up, because the Golden State Warriors just sent shockwaves through the NBA. Draymond Green and Steph Curry aren't whispering about their goals this season, they're shouting it loud. After an intense workout with Jimmy Butler, Draymond looked straight into the camera and dropped his boldest message yet: "We're about 6 weeks out. I'm right where I need to be, baby, and we're taking this all the way this year." It wasn't just talk. The fire in his voice showed a man on a mission. And standing right behind him? Steph Curry, backing him up without hesitation. A popular Warriors fan account captured Curry's subtle but powerful response: fire emojis. No words, just pure intent. That's all the NBA needed to see. The dynasty isn't done. Last season, at 37 years old, Curry proved he's still one of the league's most lethal weapons. In 70 games, he averaged 24 points, 6 assists, and 4 rebounds, hitting 45% from the field and a deadly 40% from deep. Age might be climbing, but his game hasn't slowed down one bit. And then there's Jimmy Butler. After a blockbuster trade from Miami, Butler instantly gave the Warriors a new edge. In 30 games, he averaged nearly 18 points, 6 assists, and 6 rebounds, shooting an efficient 48%. Now, with Butler's toughness alongside Curry's brilliance and Draymond's fire, Golden State's message is clear: they are hunting another ring. Dub Nation, it's time to lock in, because the Golden State Warriors just sent a message to the entire NBA. A message that's loud, clear, and impossible to ignore. They're back on the hunt, and this time, it's personal. It started with an off-season workout that went viral. Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green, drenched in sweat after a grueling session, looked every bit like men on a mission. Then came the clip that lit up social media. Draymond, staring straight into the camera, delivered his trademark fire: "Feeling great. 6 weeks out. Right where I need to be, baby, and we're coming for it this year." No hesitation. No filters. Just pure confidence. The internet exploded. Warriors fans went crazy, analysts weighed in, and even rivals couldn't help but take notice. And just when people thought that was enough, Steph Curry quietly jumped in with the simplest reaction possible: emojis. No words, no speech. Just a subtle cosign from the two-time MVP that said everything without saying anything. That's when the league realized this wasn't just talk. Golden State meant business. Last season ended in heartbreak. Curry, despite averaging 24 points, 6 assists, and 4 rebounds at age 37, went down with a tendon injury in the playoffs. Without him, the Warriors fell in the second round against a loaded Western Conference that eventually saw the Oklahoma City Thunder rise to the top. For many, that felt like the final chapter in Golden State's dynasty story. Too old, too injured, too inconsistent. But instead of fading, the Warriors reloaded. And that reload's name is Jimmy Butler. When Butler arrived in a blockbuster midseason trade from Miami, questions flew everywhere. Could he fit with Curry's unselfish style? Could he coexist with Draymond's fire? And most importantly, could he hold up physically after years of grinding playoff battles? Butler answered quickly. In just 30 games with Golden State, he averaged nearly 18 points, 6 assists, and 6 rebounds, shooting a crisp 48%. But beyond stats, it was the chemistry that stunned everyone. When Butler and Curry shared the court, the Warriors went 22-5. Instant connection. The way they moved, read each other, and picked apart defenses, it looked like they'd been teammates for years. Fans felt it. Opponents saw it. The league started whispering again: maybe the dynasty wasn't dead after all. And now, with a full off-season of Butler integrated into the Warriors' culture, everything feels different. Reports out of Chase Center say internal workouts have been the most intense since their 2022 title run. Butler, Draymond, and Curry have been leading from the front, setting a tone of focus and hunger that's rubbing off on younger players like Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, and Brandon Podziemski. Sources even say Butler has taken on a vocal leadership role, pushing teammates with his signature no-nonsense mentality. One insider put it simply: this is the tightest, most focused group they've had in years. And then came the viral post, the one that added another layer to the hype. Butler dropped workout clips on Instagram, showing his grind alongside Draymond. But sharp-eyed fans noticed something unusual: his sneakers were blurred out. The comments section blew up. "Why are your shoes blurred, Jimmy?" His answer? "You'll see them soon." That's when the sneaker world connected the dots. Jimmy was teasing the Li-Ning JB4, his brand new signature shoe, and his first as a Golden State Warrior. For Butler, who already has 3 shoes with the Chinese brand and deep ties to Dwayne Wade's Way of Wade line, this was more than footwear. It was legacy branding, tied directly to his new home in the Bay. Reports now suggest the JB4 could launch in mid-October, just in time for the Warriors' nationally televised home opener. Imagine the scene: Curry back healthy, Draymond fired up, Butler rocking his new signature shoe under the brightest lights. That's not just marketing, it's a statement. But hype and sneakers aside, the Warriors know the road ahead won't be easy. The Thunder, fresh off their championship run, are the team to beat. Young, deep, fearless, OKC now wears the target Golden State once owned for years. Around the league, executives are split. Some believe the Warriors, with their playoff DNA and veteran firepower, are the only team with the experience to take down OKC. Others point to age, injury concerns, and the rise of teams like Denver and Minnesota as reasons to doubt. Inside the Warriors' locker room, though, there's no doubt. Butler himself said it during media day: "I'm here to win, plain and simple. I've played with dogs before, but this locker room? This is a different kind of hunger." For Steph Curry and Draymond Green, this could be one of their last true runs together. For Butler, it's a chance to silence critics who claimed he couldn't lead a contender outside Miami. And for Golden State as an organization, it's about proving that dynasties don't just fade, they evolve. So now, with preseason just weeks away, the countdown has begun. The workouts are fiery. The chemistry looks real. The message from Butler, Draymond, and Curry is crystal clear: the Warriors aren't just aiming for the playoffs. They're coming for the crown. And if the rest of the league isn't paying attention yet, they better start, because the storm is coming. Draymond Green sends a clear message: the Warriors are coming for the crown. With training camp just weeks away, the Golden State Warriors are already making noise. Veteran forward Draymond Green and newly acquired Jimmy Butler turned heads with a high-intensity offseason workout, a glimpse into what's brewing in the Bay ahead of the 2025-26 NBA season. For the first time, Butler will enter a full campaign as a Warrior, and the early signs suggest this team isn't just preparing, they're plotting something bigger. After the grueling workout, a sweat-soaked Draymond looked directly into the camera, his eyes burning with intensity. His words were short, sharp, and impossible to ignore: "Feeling great. We're about 6 weeks out. Right where I need to be, baby, and we're taking this explicit this year." It was classic Draymond: unapologetic, confident, and locked in. At 35 years old, Green knows exactly what it takes to win. A former second-round pick out of Michigan State in 2012, he's climbed the NBA mountain 4 times, anchoring one of the greatest dynasties of the modern era alongside Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. Now, while some of the dynasty's core pieces have moved on, Draymond and Steph remain the pillars, and this time, they've got reinforcements. Jimmy Butler joins the mission. The Warriors shocked the league at the 2025 trade deadline when they pulled off a complex 5-team deal to land Jimmy Butler from the Miami Heat. For Butler, it was the end of an era in Miami, where injuries and frustrations pushed him toward a fresh start. Golden State took the gamble, shipping out Andrew Wiggins to make the deal happen. The risk paid off instantly. In just 30 regular season games with the Warriors, Butler averaged 17. 9 points, 5. 9 rebounds, and 5. 7 assists, shooting an efficient 48% from the field. His three-point shot lagged at 28%, but his presence was about more than numbers. He brought toughness, leadership, and playoff-tested grit, qualities that blended seamlessly into the Warriors' championship DNA. Now, with a full offseason to gel, Butler looks more dangerous than ever. And when paired with a fired-up Draymond and an ageless Steph Curry, Golden State suddenly has a new big three with everything to prove. The clock is ticking for Draymond Green, the urgency is real. Still under contract for 1 more year at $25. $8 million, with a $27.6 million player option for 2026-27, he knows his window to contend may be closing. Steph, Despite being 37, continues to defy age with his shooting brilliance, but even he admits time is catching up. But for Jimmy Butler, this mission is personal. A six-time All-Star, known as one of the fiercest playoff performers of the last decade, Butler has yet to win the one thing that defines greatness in the NBA, a championship ring. Back in 2023, he carried Miami through 22 grueling postseason games, averaging 26. 9 points, 6. 5 rebounds, and 5. 9 assists, but fell short of the ultimate prize. Last season, in his first playoff run with the Warriors, he put up 19. 2 points, 6. 6 rebounds, and 5. 2 assists across 11 games. Solid, yes, but not enough. This year, surrounded by proven champions, Butler knows this might be his best, and perhaps final, chance. Warriors culture reloaded. The Draymond Butler workout wasn't just about getting in shape, it was about setting a tone. In the clips, Butler didn't say much, but his body language spoke volumes: focused, intense, ready. Draymond may have delivered the words, but Butler's silent presence carried just as much weight. This is a new chapter in Golden State's story. It's not just about chasing relevance. It's about experienced, battle-tested veterans uniting for one final push. For Draymond and Steph, it's legacy. For Butler, it's unfinished business. For the Warriors as a whole, it's about proving their dynasty isn't dead, it's simply evolving. Internal momentum and locker room leadership inside Chase Center, the energy feels different. Team sources say off-season practices have been some of the most competitive in years. Younger players like Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, and rookie Brandon Podziemski are feeding off the intensity of Green and Butler. Kuminga, in particular, has reportedly taken a leap this summer, pushed hard by Butler during workouts. Podziemski has grown close to Draymond, learning defensive schemes and embracing the vocal leadership role that Green has carried for over a decade. With Klay Thompson's departure leaving a leadership void, Butler has stepped in seamlessly, mentoring the younger core while also building strong chemistry with Curry off the court. Jimmy doesn't talk just to talk, one team staffer said. But when he speaks, everybody listens. He's already set the tone. Rivals take notice. Butler's move to Golden State raised plenty of eyebrows back in February, and now rival teams are paying attention. Some skeptics call it a last-ditch attempt to squeeze another title out of a fading dynasty. Others, however, see danger. "I've faced Jimmy in the playoffs," said one anonymous Western Conference player. "If he's locked in with Steph and Draymond, that's a nightmare." Even the media is taking notice. Analysts like Shaquille O'Neal and Kendrick Perkins have started labeling the Warriors as a potential dark horse finals team, provided Butler stays healthy and Curry bounces back from last season's tendon injury. On social media, Warriors fans are buzzing with optimism. Clips of the Butler-Green workout circulate daily, with fans speculating about starting lineups, defensive rotations, and playoff matchups. The hype is real, and the league is listening. The road ahead. The countdown to the 2025-26 season is officially on. Golden State's preseason tips off in a few weeks, and the schedule is filled with marquee matchups against Western powerhouses like the Thunder, Nuggets, and Lakers. Behind the scenes, the front office is working to strengthen the roster further. Reports suggest veteran big man Al Horford is on their radar, along with interest in guards like DeAnthony Melton and Malcolm Brogdon. Re-signing Gary Payton II is also a priority, with Curry himself reportedly pushing for the move. But even amid uncertainty around roster construction and trade rumors surrounding Jonathan Kuminga, the mission remains crystal clear. Draymond Green said it best: "We're coming for that trophy next year." A season of legacy and redemption for Draymond. This could be one of his final rides in a Warriors jersey. For Butler, it may be his last, best chance at a ring. And for Curry, it's another opportunity to remind the world why he belongs in the conversation as one of the greatest to ever play. Their message to the league is simple: the Warriors aren't done. They're not here just to compete. They're here to finish what they started. And if the intensity of their off-season workouts is any sign of what's to come, Dub Nation might just witness one more unforgettable run.